Hi everybody! Today we're going to be talking about another example of a tip that you can use to learn German while staying in your own home for free, and what you can do to kind of teach yourself while you're going through your daily routine of whatever it is that you're doing inside of your house. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is a widely known tip from a bunch of different language learners that if you go around your house and you label all of the things inside of your house, then every time that you look at them, you'll see that word and you'll recognize that, this thing over here is called a Schrank, and that I know that in my language is cabinet. Now, there are, of course, different ways to do this. You can just write out little flashcards and you can write them out so that you have the right color to go with the gender, so that you know that this color is that gender, so you don't always have to read the gender of the noun. And you can try and make sure that you always put like a comma and then the plural, so that you know if there's more than one of those things, then you can make sure that you have that on there as well. And a bunch of different other things that you can do. Try and use like, here's a noun, but here's also a verb that is commonly used with that particular noun. That would be my tip for you, is to not just take a noun. So let's say like we have here the word Schrank, and if you're going to say that there's a verb that goes with the Schrank, you could have either öffnen or zumachen, to close or to open, and that would actually give you a little bit more of a, like, ich mache den Schrank offen, or something like that, and so you know that you are opening and closing, you know which verbs you're going to use with those. So if you're labeling a cup, you would put the verb trinken next to it, or something like that, so that you say, ich trinke aus der Tasse, or whatever it is that you're using for that. So anyway, those would be my tips, not just to label the nouns, but also label some verbs, maybe label some colors to go with them. Just don't label just the one thing at a time, but kind of broaden your horizons a little bit. Now, I've been wanting to do a video like this for a while, but a long time ago now, it's been at least 6 months or so ago, I got an email from this company called vocabularystickers.com. And usually I'm just kind of like, somebody sends me an email, I'll take a look at your stuff, and if I like your stuff, then I'll talk about your stuff. And that's what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I think of their product, not necessarily because I'm getting any money from them, because I'm not, but they sent me a sample. I might as well take a look at it and see what's inside. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and open up that package. So the first thing you see here is that it's got my name on it, and it's this little envelope that you can see here, and got a couple of stamps up there from the Netherlands, which by the way is where this company is from, which I think is just kind of cool, just for the simple fact that I got mail from the Netherlands, and I can keep these stamps and say, look, I got mail from the Netherlands. But anyway, that's kind of cool for me. But once I open this thing up here, there's just a couple of sheets in here, and that's it. So there's nothing else in here except for these couple of sheets here. And each one has a bunch of different colorful stickers on them. And as you can see, they're just a bunch of stickers. So we have things like das Wohnzimmer, and it says underneath it living room in English. Then we have die Mikrowelle for the microwave, die Milch for milk, die Flasche for a bottle, and so on. And so you're supposed to go around your house and label the different parts of whatever. It does have every neuter noun is orange, every masculine noun is blue, and then we also have some things that are not necessarily a particular gender of a noun. So we have just here the color green, which is in fact green, the color gray, which is also gray. And then we also have a few plural things on here for die Socken, so we have those in purple, and there they are. There's a few feminine nouns in here which are red. So we have blue for the masculine, red for the feminine ones, and the neuter is orange. So whatever you think of that color scheme, that's what the color scheme is. And they gave me two little papers full of stickers here. So yeah, let's go ahead and take off one of these stickers and see how they work, and whether or not I like the materials and stuff that they're made out of. For simplicity's sake, let's take the one that says Das Baby, which is here up at the top, and as you can see, it also comes with a little picture of a baby, which is convenient. So anyway, I'm going to take this off of here, and now that I've got the little sticker there, I've got this ancient Cabbage Patch Kid from I'm pretty sure my wife's childhood. But at any rate, so we're going to take this and stick it right on the baby's face. Why? Because I'm going to take it off of there anyway. But we're going to stick that on there. And first thing I'll notice is that it's starting to peel up from the corners already. But you know, that's why you usually try and put these things on flat surfaces and whatnot. But that is another encouraging note, is that if you put this on something that is gonna, you know, you don't want to have a sticker on there forever, and more than likely you're probably not going to want a sticker on there forever, then you can remove it relatively easily if you can see it kind of bubbling up there just as soon as I put it on there. Now the downside is that if it's not strong enough, it's going to fall off, and then that's going to be a different set of problems. But overall, I think that you know, just about the right kind of stickiness. I would have kind of suspected it would be a little bit more sticky, but you know, whatever. To each their own sticker. Go ahead and put the baby one back here, and let's try a different type of material. Let's see. Ah yes, here we have the word Tisch, which would be table. So we have der Tisch, and it has a picture of a table, and it also has a little blue color to it so that you can see that it is a masculine noun. I'm going to stick this to my pool table, which is not exactly the same as just a normal table, but we're going to put that on there anyway and see what it looks like here. So there you have it. It's a sticker and it's on the table, and obviously this is kind of a fake wood material here, but let's try and get it back up off of there. And it comes off relatively well, which is really convenient considering that I don't want to tear up a pool table just for a sticker that tells me it's a table. Okay, let's try another one here. Let's go with die Tür, the door. So we have here die Tür. So here's our door, which is made out of real wood instead of the fake wood. This is kind of a rougher paint that it has on here. So we have die Tür attached to the door. And then whenever you kind of zoom out, you can see that, you know, here's a door. But then we peel that off of there. Yeah, and peels off relatively well. So if you ever want to take that off of there, then you can do that as well. So there you have it. You have a few of these little stickers that you can get from a website called vocabularystickers.com. I went ahead and took a look at what kind of pricing they have on them. It looks like for $13.95 in US dollars, I believe, you can purchase a set of 4 of these. So they sent me 2 pieces of paper here full of stickers as a sample, but they will give you 4 of these for $13.95 in American dollars, and then it's free shipping, which is pretty convenient considering that they ship to any country that you want them to ship to. So what do I think of the product? Well, the product is actually really well done. It's got a nice glossy finish to the outside of it. It doesn't stick too hard to some surfaces, so if you ever want to take the sticker off, which at some point you're going to want to, then it at least has that going for it. In some cases, I would say that it sticks a little bit too little, but on those surfaces, I mean, you may or may not actually need to put it on something that's curved, or you may not want to put it on something that's quite the same material as what I chose for my examples here. And I will be putting a few of them around my house just to kind of see how long they stay if I stick them on there, and how long they'll stay all by themselves. But overall, really a decent product. Now, me personally, would I pay $13.95 for a bunch of stickers with some vocabulary on it? Probably not. To be quite honest, I would probably just make up my own little flashcards on probably like the, you know, the ones about this big, and make up some of those flashcards, and then use a marker of whatever color and, you know, write whatever word it is that I want to put, and then just take some tape on the back side of it and kind of stick it on there. I would use like painter's tape or something like that. If it falls off, you can just put new tape on it. And the real reason behind this is that these are what, a ½ an inch tall by about 2 inches wide or so, something along those lines, because, you know, thumb is an inch, so there's that. And, yeah, it's about 2 inches by ½ an inch or so. And if that's the case, they seem a little small. So for instance, like a few of these German words are even, you know, relatively longer words. For instance, a Badeanzug, which is a bathing suit or a swimsuit. That it seems like a longer word, or Tennisschläger, for instance, is kind of a longer word, as you can see there. And the font obviously gets smaller based on how many letters are in each word. And German words are kind of known for being longer words. And so if you have a sticker that's only limited to a 1/2 inch tall and 2 inches wide, it's going to be kind of difficult to fit in some of those longer German words. And so from a distance, you won't be able to even read the flashcard that you're trying to teach yourself while having these stickers on your house. So me personally, I would probably not actually spend the $13.95 for this. I think they're a great quality product. I just think that they need to be just kind of a little bit bigger, maybe double the size would be good. And then that would make it so that you can get them on, so that you can actually see them from a distance. That being said, there is a little bit of a positive in having them so small, and that is that, if you have a shelf that's about this tall and you want to put a sticker underneath where all of your cups are, rather than actually labeling a cup, you can put it underneath the cups and underneath the plates, and you can have your little symbols there for each one of those. That would be pretty convenient if they were, shorter ones like they are here off this piece of paper. So there is a little bit to be said for that. It does save you a ton of time because there's 132 on the 4 pieces of paper that you're going to get. There's 132 words on there total. So you will have a lot of your time saved by not having to write out 132 of these cards. That being said, it is going to limit you to only the 132 things. So if you have something that they don't have on their list, you're going to have to make your own flashcard anyway. But generally speaking, I would just say, label these things around your house, whether you use their product, you don't use their product, it's kind of up to you, whatever you want to do. I know there are other companies that do similar things a little bit differently, and you can kind of just check out whatever it is that you want. I'll leave it a link down in the description down below so that you can find these people's website and you can kind of pick whatever you want and take a look at the product for yourself online. But at any rate, I suggest that you go out and you label the things around in your house so that you can start learning more vocabulary as you wander around your house and do your daily activities. That's what this whole video is about today, is giving you the idea to label all of these things in your house. And like I said, I would do a little bit more in depth than what some people would do. I would say something like der braune Schrank, and I would add some adjectives in there, add some colors in there, or add a verb next to it that says, what you would use on a daily basis with that, so that whenever you see these flashcards in your house, you can think up a full sentence in your head, and then you can practice a little bit more than just, der Schrank, die Tasse. It would be a little bit more helpful if you were to learn more than just that, one word at a time kind of thing, and start learning sentences and sentence structure and kind of teaching yourself to kind of think in the foreign language, which is something I'll be talking about in a different video at some point. That's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Tschüss.